All right. Oh, I can hear myself. Yo, hello everybody. How are we doing? Welcome back. Welcome to the stream. Should be about to get underway any second now. I just need to get a couple more things up and running, and then we're going to get going. So we're going to be flying today from Lisbon to Madeira. Going to be flying on IVAO, so we'll have it looks like there is a controller on at Lisbon at the moment, so we'll have a bit of ATC for the beginning of the flight. Other than that, there's not too much, but we'll see what happens. It's getting to sort of prime time now, so we shall see what happens. This is going to be our route today. It's a fairly short flight, but it should be good fun. Flying with TAP Air Portugal. Got really nicely done livery, so yeah, it should be quite good. Let's just put in our fuel. So we're going to have 8.2 kilos, 8.2 tons of fuel, which is about there. And then we'll go for a payload of 18.4. Pretty busy flight today. Let's just get the center of gravity in the middle. And we are going to be Air Portugal 1668 today. All right. Happy New Year to you, Damiana. Welcome back to the stream. Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a very nice New Year's Eve and a new year. Welcome back to the stream. All right, so let's get a gate spot here at Lisbon. So we'll go for like gate 3, I think. Okay. Let's make sure live time is on. And we're going to switch to live weather as well once we jump in. Just before we get going, I am just going to nip and get a drink. I'll be 2 moments. Right, okay. So, let's just make a note of a few things for air traffic control once we get in touch with them. Just turn the music down a little bit. So here we are. Lisbon Airport is just an auto-gen airport in the game at the moment, but I mean, it looks pretty decent. It's not too shabby at all, I don't think. We have this really nicely done Air Portugal livery for the A320neo. Air Portugal do fly a pretty large number of A320neos, so it's a pretty good one to have. Right, so let's just turn things on and make sure we're getting set up. So let me just change this. Yeah, that's still on real, so that's fine. Okie dokie, let's just set the adheres to align, and then I'm just going to make a note of a couple of things here. So I just need to try and work out what barking stand we are actually on, basically because the Microsoft Flight Simulator parking stands don't always line up with the true to life stands, and ATC will want to know what stand we're at. So let's see, 1, 2, I think we are 3 in from the right hand side. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we actually stand 143. So just make a note of that. Right, okay, so let's get the aircraft initialized. So we'll get a bit of brightness on these monitors down here. There we go. I'm going to turn these monitors off completely. Turn some of the integral lights on, and put these little floodlights on, even though they don't make much of a difference in the day. Nav lights can come on, and we'll just turn the heat up a little bit in the cabin. And seat belt signs and emergency exit signs can come on. And we will leave it like that just for now. So jumping down to the MCDU. Let me just have a quick look on IVAO real quick. So I just need to connect to the network. So call sign is TAP 1668, and we are in a airport. Let's see if it's on here. Hang on. Portugal. I don't think they have any Air Portugal liveries on here. The A320, which is surprising, unless it's under TAP. Yeah, there we go. TAP SA. Not sure what SA stands for, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just go with the this one with Sharklets, and we'll make sure we're on the best server, which we are, and we can connect to IVAO. Bring the hand cam up as well, so I don't forget to put that on for takeoff. And I will just... okay, so the controller's gone offline now. So we're just on Unicom for now. Maybe they will come back. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Anyway, let's get things set up. So we'll go into the initialization page. We'll align on ref. And we'll just change our flight number so it's properly formatted here. So TAP 1668. Cost index is going to be 15. Flight level... Cruising flight level is going to be 350. Flight plan is already input into the MCDU here. We're going to be departing on runway 03 via the GANS 5 November departure route. And we'll just check with the in-game ATIS and just see what the winds are looking like. Winds 274 at 3. Probably would be a different runway then in reality. In fact, I haven't changed the weather yet. Let me just cancel that. So we will need to put on live weather and live time. Have another look outside. There we go, a few clouds loaded in there. Looking like a fine day in Portugal, though, to be honest. So, yeah, looking nice. Let's just check the ATIS again. Winds 324 at 14. QNH is 30 on the dot. Still not formatted for EU. I haven't filed my flight plan yet. Let me just do that, actually. Pre-file IVAO. Right, cool. So that's the flight plan filed. And Damiana, thank you very much for sharing the stream as well. Apologies I missed that. But yeah, appreciate any of the shares on the stream. It's a big help. So thank you very much for that. Okay, so we do actually have a center controller close by. So we'll tune into the center frequency. There's still no ATIS really for where we are sat, but excuse me, that's fine. Let's just jump on back down here, and I'm going to leave that as it is for now. I just want to make sure everything is set up properly on IVAO. We're going to put in our weights. We've got 8.1 tons of fuel on board today. And our expected trip wind is going to be... looks like we're going to have a bit of a tailwind. Apologies. Headwind. And there we go. Our flight plans flight plans updated now, so that's good. So we can, excuse me. Do. Scoobs, welcome. How you doing, bud? Thank you very much for the like. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that.
Buonasera con voi, Aviario 290.
Yeah, so we've got a headwind of 27 knots average for this trip, which is fine. Let's just go back to the ATIS real quick. And that's not working now. Nice. Okie dokie. So... I think, to be honest, it said that 21 was in use. I can't even recall what it said, but let's just fly as planned because, yeah. To be fair, the controller might tell us something different. Let's see, 128 800.
Cosa 2 Mike, puoi solo che fare la pista 20, LS20.
Ah, ok, grazie mille.
I did medio direct report established.
Okie dokie, and
Grazie mille, il vento da 60 gradi.
just going to check what actual center that is that we're going to be speaking to.
And copy wind fleet medio direct.
Mediterranea 425, ora ti vedo. 30 secondi arrivo con la clear.
They don't actually appear to be online on the
Prego, ripete.
on the IVAO map.
Allora sì, pronto a copiare?
Pronto, pronto.
Mediterranea 425.
Pronto a copiare.
5. Clear to destination, runway 3.
Actually,
Carafa 5 Delta departure.
I don't know why it's picking that up. That center is actually in Italy. Interesting. Anyway, I think we've got another player logged in somewhere around here. Can't see him. Are you very tired, Scoops? So, do you have a late night celebrating last night? Happy New Year. I hope you had a good one. Ah, there's the other player over there. You can see him just with the beacon light on. Right. Okay. Let's get moving anyway. So let's just depart as planned. Just because the ATIS isn't working and it's just going to be a pain to try and get it resolved. I suppose we could just go into. Where are we? LPPT. Yeah, so I think the proper runway in use here would actually be the winds are 320 at 6 knots, so it should be runway 35 really. I don't think. Let's see. Let's go for 2-1 because that's a bit longer. And the departure we were using is the Gansu 5 Sierra. So we'll go for 7 Sierra instead. Which is on the same chart, I believe. No, it's not. Hey, Weki, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you're well. Happy New Year. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you had a good one. And good to see you again. Gansu 7 Sierra. Okay, got it. I was looking in completely the wrong place and I was just scratching my head for a minute there, so we've got the correct correct departure plans. So we're going to push back facing north and that'll be that. So yeah, let's finish this off now. So departing from runway 21, we've got our init B set up. Our performance just going to be flaps 1. We'll go 55 degrees of flex, and transition is 4,000 in Portugal. Let's set our V speeds. Yo, Baz, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy New Year. Welcome to the stream. Okay then, so that's basically everything set up now. Let's get the APU fired up. Get our Integra lights on the overhead panel set up as well, and we'll set that up. Crew supply can come on, and might as well turn the fuel pumps on now as well. I am just going to alter the sound a little bit. Excuse me. I've had this on headphone simulation because I've been struggling to listen to some of the ATC controllers, but we don't have any today, so we're just going to Put it on this so you guys can hear the sounds better. Yo, Nathan, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're well. I hope you had a great new year. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we're just going to wait for the APU to fire up now. As while we're doing that, we'll just set the speed brakes and max auto brake for takeoff. Flight directives can come on. And yeah, just waiting for the APU now. We'll lock the cockpit door. And yeah, we're going to taxi off and push back to facing the north. Where's the flight going? Today we're going to Madeira. Very, very cool. It should be a really cool, a really fun approach actually. Got a bit of an infamous visual. So yeah, it should be good fun. Alright, I'll turn constraints on as well for me, even though this departure route is pretty simple really. Yeah, there's just a 3,000 minimum required at NetVo, but we'll easily make that. That shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, so 3,000 limit just there. But that's the only one really, so shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so APU is now available. Let's turn on our APU bleeds and we will speak to the ground crew. So this guy should move his tug over. Some new APU sounds. Sounding pretty good. Is the tug? Yeah, the tug guy's gonna come over now. Flight deck to ground. Flight deck to ground.
Good afternoon. All checks are done, so please release the brakes.
Brakes released.
And off we go.
Okay, so I can turn the beacon light on because we're going to imminently start the engines. Whoa. Whoa, someone just spawned in on top of me. That's another real player there.
You are clear to start the engines now.
Okay, clear to start the engines, so I'm going to start engine 2. Oh dear.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Wait. Turn facing north.
Sure, start turning so you will be facing a northern course.
Not sure why it started turning me early there. Go straight. Stop turning.
Okay, let me stop the turn.
Okay, so that's engine 1 stabilized, engine 2 starts. Turn facing north.
You are already facing north, so tell me another target direction.
Turn left 20 Okay, stop pushback. Stop pushback.
Fine. Tell when the parking brakes are set.
Brakes set.
Okay. Pushback pins are removed. Now it's your turn. See you again.
Still getting the hang of using that add-on. A bit funky with their voice recognition. Sometimes it just doesn't recognize what you're saying. Okay, so getting our engine started up. Okay, so that's both engines good start. So let's just return the igniter to normal. We can set flaps 1. And everything else is good. So we're going to set this to our cruising altitude of 370. Sorry, 350. There we go. And we'll do a quick flight control check. So full left, full right, full up, full down, full rudder left, rudder right, and that's it. We are ready to rock. So I'm going to release the parking brakes, add a little bit of throttle in, and let's get going. Mariner, welcome back to the stream, mate. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's get going here. I think I did all the lights. Let's turn APU bleed off. Taxi lights and runway turn-off lights can come on. Strobe lights on. Strobe lights to auto. Beacons are already on. And we're pretty much good to go. Temperature outside is about 11 degrees, so we don't need any anti-ice on today. Yes, Marion, I appreciate you stopping by, mate. I appreciate you stopping by. It's always good to see a familiar face. And yeah, man, try to do the same. Surprised there aren't more controllers on today. There was a lot of different regions on IVAO saying that they were going to be doing events today, but I'm not seeing any controllers on really. Yo guys, thank you very much for the follows. But you've got Blake, Samsung, and Kawong, sorry, don't know if I said that right. Apologies if I haven't. But appreciate the follows. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day, and Happy New Year to you all. Thank you very much. And Blake as well. Oh, no, that's just a delayed... I think that's just a delayed notification there. But yeah, appreciate all the follows, guys. Thank you very much. Flight is going today to Madeira from Lisbon in Portugal. I've got this guy pushing back over here as well. Got this really nicely done livery here. Do like the TAP livery. It's a good one. Okay, so we're going to cross this runway here and then taxi up the back end and turn around. Tose, you're from FUNchal. Fantastic. Great to hear someone tuning in from one of our locations on the flight today. Winds are calm, thank God. And approach will be runway 05. Yes, that's what I'm expecting. And to be honest, what I'm hoping for, I'd quite like to do the visual approach. Happy New Year to you, Samson. Thank you very much. And Mariner, appreciate the shares, man. Thank you very much. Okay, so runway is looking pretty clear. I'm going to turn our strobes on because we're crossing a runway. The ground markings seem quite well done at this airport, considering it's just a default auto-gen airport. Okay, so we're going to take a right up this taxiway, taxiway Sierra, and then we're going to make a turn onto the runway and get out of here. So I've got our performance figures in. Runway 21, flaps are set, ground spoilers are set, auto brake is set. Yeah, good to go. Let's inform the cabin.
Camera crew seats for takeoff, please.
Okay, so yeah, ready to rock really, and just need to turn on the transponder, which we shall do. We'll turn on our TCAS as well. Not sure where that other aircraft is that was pushing back before. I think he's right there, but I'm not sure where he's going. I feel like he would have probably taken the same route as me, but maybe not. Alright, so we're just going to roll straight onto the runway and take off here. No need to wait really, we're ready to rock. Ooh, this is a sharp turn. Okay, let's do this thing. Alright, so throttle's up to 50%. Stable and up to flex. Man flex 55 SRS runway. Oh! Uh-oh. I'm aborting the takeoff. There is another aircraft at the end of the runway. And he's coming straight towards me. Oh, dear me. Why didn't he say anything on Unicom? Look at him. Oh dear. Oh well, it looks like we're going back round, but yeah, not a big issue. Sorry about that, Marinette. Hopefully it wasn't too expensive whiskey. It's weird how my my auto brake didn't actually aborted takeoff. So they actually implemented in this sim, yeah, because my auto brake didn't actually come on then. I had to manually brake. Yo, Cordur and Toze. Oh, and Samudu and Lisa and Reese. Holy crap, I missed a lot of follows there. Thank you guys so much for the follows. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Happy New Year to you all. Okay, so let's come back around here and we can get going again. Mark, thank you very much for the follow as well. Appreciate that. Happy New Year to you. Why were castles abolished? That is a good question, Abbas. I have no idea, unless that is lining me up for some kind of joke there. I might send that guy a message once we're airborne and just say, yo, where are the comms, mate? Where are the comms? Okay, take two, guys. Take two. All right. Throttles up to 50% and up to flex. So we've got man flex 55 SRS runway once again, keeping it straight on the runway or trying to. 80 knots. B1 rotate. Positive rate, gear up. And we are up in the air. You can disarm the ground spoilers. Leave a climb. So our acceleration altitudes, and I'm actually going to just activate the autopilot there. Why not? It's a very, very straight departure, so there's not much to do really. S speed, flaps up. And there we are. There's Lisbon, guys. Woo. Looks absolutely awesome, actually. We've got some bridges as well. I installed like a scenery pack for Lisbon, so there's a few extra little bits included. And it looks absolutely fantastic, to be honest. Hey buddy, please start to add an option where watchers can ask you for their desired airports. Yeah, dude, I'm always down to take on suggestions. What I usually... Oh, what is going on down there? Interesting. Yeah, I'm always down to take suggestions. What I generally say is standing pressure. What I generally say is if you want to request any... destinations or specific routes, flights, etc. If you join my Discord and put it on there, then I can take that into account when I am planning my flights. Because I do put quite a lot of effort into planning my flights, getting realistic routes, and I am flying on IVAO a lot with ATC comms, real ATC comms, so I need to obviously plan it with that in mind as well. So there's a little bit more that goes into it than just sitting down and flying. So if you can join my Discord and put it on there, put it in the Microsoft Flight Simulator section as a request, and yeah, I can then look at that when I come to doing my preparations for a flight, and yeah, and then I can take into account what people want to do. So we're through 10,000 feet. They'll turn the lights off now. And that is it. We are rocking and rolling off out of Lisbon. And to you too, Dennis. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Absolutely gorgeous sim, isn't it? Absolutely stunning weather here in Portugal today as well. Nice and sunny, a few clouds. Yeah, looking great. So just very quickly, this is the departure route that we're flying. As I said, it's very, very simple. Basically just departed runway 21. Straight out to Netvo, minimum 3,000, which wasn't an issue. And basically just heading out to Gansu. So that's that, really. It's very, very straightforward. Max 250 knots below flight level 100, which is, again is no issue. So that's it, really, for our departures. Fairly straightforward. Where is LPMA? LPMA is Madeira. FUNchal in FUNchal. Or it's the other way around. Yeah, it's just a little island off the Portuguese coast. I believe it's... Is it a French island? I can't quite remember. I might be getting that mixed up with a different island, but... Yeah, beautiful little island. It's a really stunning approach. So yeah, looking forward to doing the visual approach into Madeira. There is Costa de Caparica. Okay, cool. Right. So whilst we're on this screen, first of all, I just need to let Unicom know that we are now airborne and on a climb. So I've let them know that. Why didn't I read your comments, Ali? Oh, apologies, I missed that one. Let's see. Next time, you will go from Skardu Airport to Gilgit Airport. Viewers will enjoy world's highest peaks and most dangerous airport landing. Cool. Yeah, we have done quite a few flights through the Himalayas actually, but like I say, if you join my Discord and put it on there, then I can remember that for when I do my flight planning next time. Reese, what specs would you need to run this game? How much would you look at spending? So, it's, yeah, I mean, I would recommend looking at the minimum specs or the recommended specs for the game, which you can find if you just Google Microsoft Flight Simulator recommended specifications. I would just have a look at that. And, I mean, the only recommendations that I would personally make is I would look at getting a 3000 series GPU by NVIDIA or one of the newer AMD GPUs. I wouldn't bother getting an older generation GPU. But I mean, I would just set a budget and spend as much as you can, really, because this game, you know, it can. You know, it's an absolute beast of a game, so it's going to make, you know, even if you buy the highest end hardware, you know, it's still going to be taxing it quite hard. So, yeah, just try and set a budget and spend as much as you can up to that. You could probably look, like I say, at the recommended specs as a baseline. But just to give you an idea, I mean, my PC build was probably about, I can't remember off the top of my head, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,200 pounds. And it's a pretty sort of mid-range, mid to high-end-ish rig. And it does okay on this sim. Depends on the scenario and aircraft. But it does okay. And I mean, there's still some optimizations to be done in the sim as well, so it's a little bit difficult to gauge performance, true performance at the moment. Ah, okay, got you, Toze. So we're passing Porto Santo. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I'll look for that on the way in. I've flown into Madeira a few times on this sim. It's just a beautiful approach. How can you request on Discord? Ali, if you check in the post, the Facebook post, if you click read more, there should be a list of links there, and one of them is my Discord. If you click on that, that'll take you over there. Okay, so whilst I'm on this screen, let's have a quick look at our routing today. So this is our routing, taking us out of Lisbon, out to the southwest and over the sea, basically for the entire journey. Like I say, we're flying to an island, passing Porto Santo on the arrival here, as Toze said. So this is the Porto Santo island here. And yeah, we're going to be passing past that. We're going to be coming in on the Lidra 5 Alpha arrival. Takes us down to Abuzu. And then from Abuzu, we are going to be flying, or hopefully flying, the visual approach, runway 03. Apologies, this is that is the Lisbon visual. We are going to be flying this one. Okay, so I'll pin that. So it takes us in between these waypoints here, and then basically just going to be following this round. Now, I think what I might do is I might actually do the VOR visual, mainly because in this sim at the moment you can't put in these, you wouldn't be able to insert these GPS waypoints, I believe. I'm just trying to check now on the GitHub whether you can or not. Bring us back over here. Just gonna catch up with some follows here as well. So Ali, Box, and Sorian, Chris as well. Thanks for the like. Joel and Kanik. Thank you guys all for the follows. I appreciate that. Hope you're all well. Hope you all had a great new year. Welcome to 2021. Hopefully, it should be a bit more of a different year this year. Hopefully. Okie dokie. ETA, Christian, is going to be 20 past 5 Zulu time, so in about 1 hour. Ron, if you don't like it, dude, you don't have to be here. You chose to be here, so it's entirely on you if you're finding it boring. Alright, so let's set up arrival here. So we've already got the Lidro 5 Alpha arrival in here. Let's see. Oh, actually, the VOR... Okay, so no, we'll just have to... yeah, we won't add the VOR approach in here. We'll just have to add it into the RadNav page here. So we shall add in the FUNchal VOR. And we'll add it into both slots just for a bit more situational awareness. So basically we have to fly a 211 radial out of FUNchal. Okay, so we've reached our cruising altitude here. Over the sea, looking absolutely stunning. I need to turn my game sound down a bit, to be honest. This is very loud for me on my end. Let's see. Do I ever have problems with the flight plan not going to a waypoint, even though it has, even though it's been put in from SimBrief? Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I think there are some bugs with arrivals at the moment. Departures and arrivals, sometimes I think the aircraft will just ignore them. I'm not 100% sure on the ins and outs of that one though, but there definitely are some weird bugs with that at the moment, unfortunately. I don't know if you're using the SimBrief importer in the MCDU here. I don't know if it's something to do with that, but it very rarely happens to me, to be honest with you. And I usually just input the flight plan using the world map rather than using the MCDU SimBrief import. Either that or I just do it manually. Reese, do all the cockpit controls work, or are some just for show? So, most of them work, in fact, in this particular aircraft. So, yeah, I mean, it depends what aircraft you're flying, but yeah, I mean, most of them work in this aircraft. Not all of it is fully simulated, so some of them kind of turn on and off, but they don't actually have that much effect on the actual function of the aircraft, so to speak. So I guess they are, some of them are a little bit for show, but yeah, most of them work. And it's important to note as well that this particular A320 that I'm flying it's basically a third-party add-on version of the aircraft, even though this aircraft comes with the game by default. The default version does have a lot of buttons that don't work and literally just for show, but this modded version adds a lot of that functionality in, so that's what I'm using. Love the Lidro 4 Alpha arrival. Yeah, it's a beautiful one, to be honest, isn't it, Paul? And the visual onto the runway as well from that, it's fantastic. You load it from the world map. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, in that case, yeah, I mean, I do know there are some bugs with it. So, yeah, it's just a bit of a weird one that I think we're just going to have to wait until it's sorted out, really. It just might be something that'll... I mean, if you fly the A320 and you're using the A32NX mod, then at some point in the near future they are going to implement their own autopilot and their own flight planning system. So at some point in the near future, hopefully that won't happen. Yes, it'll just be completely separate from a Sobo system, which I think is the issue. Hopefully it stops the ATC swearing at you. Yeah, the ATC, yeah. The ATC sometimes don't get along with me either. I have turned it off now though, so I don't really use it anymore. But yeah, I feel you on that. Ali, I'm not sure how many flights we're going to do today. I might do this one, and I may do another one, but I don't know. We'll see what time it is once I'm done. There are a lot of controllers on sort of in Central Europe right now, and I wouldn't mind doing some flights with real ATC, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that today. There might just be this flight, but we'll see. All right, so excuse me. Right, so let's have a look. So I've got the VOR tune for FUNchal. Basically, we've got to fly a 211 radial out of FUNchal. There is another VOR as well, I think. Let's see. Let's put this 211 in here anyway. Ali, yeah, I'll have a look at that momentarily. Sean, Happy New Year to you as well, dude. Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. Happy New Year, man. Did you try out the Honduras approach I suggested yesterday? Let's see. Yo, Ninjo, welcome to the chat. Good to see you, mate. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good week. You're going to try it today, Sean. Nice. Highly recommended. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So what arrival did we do? I've completely forgotten. 5 Alpha. So... okay. Matthew, unfortunately I can't read that script there. Not quite sure what you're saying there, dude, unfortunately. Ali, you don't have permission to send messages in the Discord. Whereabouts are you trying to type it? You should be able to type in the Microsoft Flight Simulator channel. If you can't, just send me a direct message on Discord, Ali, and I'll check it out. Matthew, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're well. Happy New Year, and January as well. Jafran, and I think that's everybody. Thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you, thank you. Matthew, you're Chinese. Cool, man. I can't play Call of Duty, unfortunately. No, I don't play that. But Happy New Year to you too. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I am just trying to just plan my route in. So our flight plan takes us up to Abuzu. You struggle to understand it. Okie dokie, Matthew. Unfortunately, I can't speak Chinese or Mandarin, so yeah, unfortunately, I don't have Call of Duty, so I can't play that, I'm afraid. Let's see. Anyone asked what time do I land? I land in just under an hour. Just under an hour it should be. You can actually see this bar at the top of the screen here is a progress bar for the flight, and This ETE is a rough guide to how long till we land. The estimated time en route there, but it can be a bit inaccurate, but it's mostly okay. Okay, so we are going to Abuzu. I wonder if we can actually add in extra waypoints after the arrival. I'm not sure we can, but let's just try it. So we're going to go to Fun VOR. Oh, we can actually now. That's pretty nice. And then we're going to do the visual approach. Let's see. So we need... actually, no, we don't go to... sorry, we do go to Fun, don't we? And then we go to... Let's see. We have map as well. Now, I don't think either of those are correct. No, so we're just going to go Fun to... Yeah, we'll just leave it at Fun, actually. That's fine. Oh no, what's happened? Wait, what? Why was my plane facing that way around? I'm not sure what just happened, to be quite honest. That was strange. Share my direct link. Ali, if you find me, if you go into the Discord and you look on the bar on the right hand side, on the top right corner, you'll see my name. Click on that and send me a message. Mohammed, Happy New Year to you as well, brother. Thank you very much. And Mayseal, thank you very much for the follow. Mohammed as well, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're well. Hope you're both having a great week, and hope you had a nice New Year's Eve. Andy, Happy New Year to you as well, too. Thank you very much. Okay, so it looks like we're back on course now. I'm not entirely sure what just happened there, to be honest. Andy, also thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So cruising at flight level 350 at the moment. We have a crosswind of 75 knots, which is pretty... it's not a terribly large crosswind at this altitude, I suppose, but it's, yeah, it's some wind. We're about halfway into the flight now, so... just about 40 minutes to go-ish. I'm just checking out my approach on the other screen here, just trying to get it all worked out. There's this one waypoint. I mean, I don't know if anyone watching has done this approach before, the visual. Ivan, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a great week. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if anyone's done this approach before who's watching. I don't know if you could potentially help me out here, but... So, we're going to do the VOR visual because I don't think I can add in these waypoints, these two last waypoints, as I mean, obviously we're not going to be using the autopilot, but we can use them as a guidance. And I don't think you can add in waypoints using latitude and longitude coordinates in this aircraft at the moment. So I'm going to do the VOR visual. So we're going to fly into FUNchal. That's our last waypoint, and then I can fly the 211 radial out of there, which is fine. Then this waypoint here, this map, DME 3.6. I'm not sure what that is actually referring to. I can't work that out. I don't know if anyone else has done this approach before or can tell me what this is referring to. I just don't really know what it is. It's saying 1.6 nautical miles from this threshold here. And then it's saying 3.6 miles from map, but I don't know what map is. I would have thought it'd be a VOR, but there isn't a VOR nearby called map. And usually it will show the VOR as well, won't it? So let's see. Maybe if I check on the other charts, it will show us. There's no map VOR on the airport. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that refers to a map. I just don't... Unless it's something else that I'm missing. Right, let's see. So I think there is somewhere where it does actually explain it in a little bit more detail. Okay, so map is... I don't think it's actually a waypoint or a VRR. It's just an abbreviation, an acronym for something. You think it's a distance from runway 23 from that point? Interesting. The reason why I didn't think it was that distance is because if you look at it, it has 1.6 nautical miles drawn here. So I don't think it's that. I think MAP stands for, it probably stands for something approach point, I think. And it's probably saying that there's 3.6 actually, no, that can't be right, can it? I was going to say it could be 3.6 track miles left, but that's clearly more than 3.6. If this distance is 2.3 and this is 1.1. So, I'm not actually sure. Yeah, maybe it's just the name of a waypoint. Maybe it is. And maybe I'm just maybe it just doesn't exist in this database or something, I'm not sure. If I put in MAP here, like it's showing it's 3,000 miles away, so no idea what that is. But thanks for reminding me, it's probably a good idea to put in Rosario and Jello. Okay, that's not right either. We're just gonna have to do it fully visual, it's not a problem. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know that is what Rosario is here. It's not an issue anyway. I think I need to look into it a bit further, but yeah, it's a bit of a head scratcher, that one. I'm not quite sure how to interpret it. Megets, hello, hello to Malaysia. Thank you for tuning in. Happy New Year. Hope you're well. What's my setup to run something like this? So I'm using a NVIDIA 2070 Super graphics card and a Ryzen 5 3600 processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's a fairly modest system for this sim. I could probably do with more, but I think that's always going to be the case. Some guys do autopilot with the curve. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you could do, yeah, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. I think I'm just going to fly it all manual. I just want to work out my my radial from FUNchal. It gives you a course on the charts rather than a radial, so 211 minus 180 is 31 degrees radial. So I think that's what you want to put in here. Actually just going to put it in once. Might actually just clear that one out just because it's going to be a bit easier when I switch to VOR rows. Right, okay, so before we start the, well, we've got a little ways to go yet, but before we start the descent, I'm just going to nip for a quick toilet break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right then. We are back. Leaving the clouds behind us as well by the looks of things. Going into, I don't know, plenty of clouds in front as well. Very nice looking Air Portugal livery here. Look at the reflection there on the wings. Very nice. Okay, so How are we doing? We are 221 miles from our destination, and excuse me, about half an hour estimated amount time of flight left. So we are at flight level 350. Airport elevation is 191 feet and runway is 146. So we're gonna basically descend more or less to sea level, and that means we're gonna need about 115 miles to descend. So we shall keep that in mind. I'm probably going to descend maybe a touch earlier on this one because we do need to, because the visual part of the approach that we'll be flying is it's a little bit of a less slower rate of descent than the rest of the descent. Should be good fun though. Should be good fun. I might totally mess it up, but we'll see. I do like the TAP livery. It does look very nice. It's just clean, nice colors. Let's see. I'm just having a look at the approach still and just making sure I've got the best best one dialed in. Some people say the Lidro 1 Charlie arrival is better for this approach. What I'm going to do as well is I'm just going to have a quick look on the plan mode here. Sasha, thank you very much for the follow. Craig as well. Apologies, I missed that one. And Justin, thank you guys for the follows. Appreciate that. I hope you're well. Happy New Year to you guys. All right, so let's just have a quick look here on the plan mode. And I'm just going to put in the 05 Zulu. I just want to see how that looks. That could be quite useful to use as a guide as we're coming in. Oh god, I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe that'll update in a second, but... It's weird, it doesn't seem to have the doesn't have the correct waypoints in. Zulu and Yankee. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just going to do the VOR-DME one. That's the one that makes the most sense to me, to be honest. Okay, so we are kind of approaching our descent point now. So let's just get a few things set before we start descending. We shall go into our perf page and set our approach weather information. So I'm going to get the METAR for LFPG. Sorry, LP Lima Papa Mike Alpha. So winds are 10 knots, 10 degrees. And that is the wrong field. Oops. I'll delete that in a second. Transition altitude is going to be 5,000 feet. QNH 01022, and the temperature is a toasty 16 degrees. Minimum decision altitude isn't really required on this because we have to be visual to do the approach, so I'm not going to put in any minimums. Right, so that's our approach data inserted. So we've got 154 miles to go. We'll start descending in about 40 miles. Well, 30 miles even. All right, who's looking forward to the approach in the chat? It should be a pretty fun one. Wow. Look at these clouds. Many clouds. Right then. I am looking forward to this. Should be good fun. They're aptly named FUNVOA as well. Should be yeah, should be enjoyable. I think I've only actually done this once before. This approach. So I might muck it up, but let's see. Okay then, right, so we've got 127 miles to FUNVOA. Right, in fact, I'm just going to revert what I did here. I think that should do it. Right then, so we're at 130 miles. I think I said we needed 115, right? Yeah, 115. So I think I'm going to start descending at 125 just to give myself a little bit of leeway because... yeah, this is not an easy approach to do, so... let's do it. Set this to 1,000 feet. And let's start our descent. So we're going for 05 runway. I'm just sending a message out on IVAO. Alright, let's do this then, guys. Engines back to idle. Yeah, this is a really nicely done livery. The only issue I can find with it is this here, which is an issue on a lot of liveries. It's very hard to get really straight lines. Wait, can you guys hear that beeping sound? I've heard this before, actually. I can't quite work out what causes it. Like when the engines are on idle, it makes this weird, like a beeping sound. It's so strange. Anyway, we're on our descent here. We've got a 67 knot slight headwind. Winds are dropping though as we get a bit lower here, so shouldn't be too bad. I know this approach, this airport is pretty notorious for having high winds and wind shear, and yeah, just generally erratic and heavy wind. So it should be an interesting one in, well, this time it's probably not going to be too bad, but in high winds, it'd be, yeah, very fun. Max 280 knots between flight level 245 and flight level 100. So we're going to have to make sure we comply to that speed restriction, actually. In fact, no, we'll just go straight down as normal, because there's literally no traffic here. Like, looking on IVAO, there's no traffic, so we don't need to worry about speed restrictions too much. I think in a real scenario, if there's no traffic, ATC are just going to say, you know, no restrictions, off you go. Martin and Fahad, thank you very much for the follows, guys. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good, hope you had a good New Year's. Happy New Year to you both. I'm going to turn the brightness of some of these monitors up a little bit, actually. Yeah, looking forward to this one. We should have used self-loading cargo today because of the there's been no ATC. I haven't really had to concentrate on that too much today. I've been avoiding using self-loading cargo recently because I've been using ATC and it's just too much. So yeah, here we go, guys. Passing through flight level 200. think we're a little bit ahead of profile here, but that's fine. That's kind of what I wanted anyway. That's a pretty nice shot in it, really. Oh, excuse me, I can't stop yawning. Okay, so yeah, passing through Lidro, which is the first waypoint on our arrival. No real restrictions on this arrival. It's just, I mean, there are some speed restrictions, but like I say, we are, I mean, up until flight level 100 at least, we're gonna just ignore those. No altitude restrictions, so pretty easy going for now. Yeah. So when we start our final turn, we want to be well over 1,000 feet. But we do want to be slowed down. We do want to be going quite slow. We want to be about 190 knots. That's before we start the turn. It's very bright, that sun. I mean, I should imagine we should start to see Porto Santo coming into view pretty soon on the left. It's probably below these clouds. Oh no, there it is. Just there. Can just make it out. Could you run this on a normal laptop, Richard? I'm gonna probably say, I mean, I suppose it depends on the specs of the laptop, as always, but I would say, I don't know, probably not. I mean, my computer has a lot of difficulty, even though it's quite highly spec'd, so I don't know. It depends on the spec of your laptop, but if you just Google the recommended specs for this game in Google, you should be able to find that out. I've just realized I've had my torch on the whole time. Oops. All right, passing through 10,000 feet, so let's turn on some lights. So we're getting pretty close now, guys. We've got Porto Santo over there. We can't quite see Madeira yet, but I think it's just this sun that's just blocking us from seeing properly. No problem at all, Richard. No problem at all. All right, so now we pass through 10,000 feet. The aircraft is slowing us down to 250 knots, which is generally the worldwide speed limit for below 100 flight level 100 at 10,000 feet. So we're slowing down now, down to 250 knots. We are going a little bit faster than that though, however, because of the wind. We've got a slight tailwind. We're probably getting a bit low now, so I'm actually going to just reduce our vertical speed. I'm going to turn the music. Just going to pause the music for the arrival here. Turn the game sound up as well. Let me know what it's like for you guys. Hopefully you should be able to hear the engines a bit better now. Oh, excuse me. Jose says you must go to Porto Santo, one of the best beaches in Europe. I would love to check it out, man, for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, I imagine it's beautiful. I've never been to Madeira either, so yeah, I would love to check either or. It's a beautiful evening here in approaching Madeira. It's actually pitch black outside here in the UK at the moment. Nice and sunny here still. Slightly jealous. Yeah, so just slowed my rate of descent down here so that we can just slowly bring ourselves down. So we're not on level flight for such a long amount of time. Jim, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're well. Happy New Year to you. Thank you very much. Richard, yeah, I mean, if you've never used a flight sim before or have any aviation experience, flying experience, yeah, man, I would definitely start with maybe a Cessna or something like that. There are actually some good tutorials built in to the sim for using the Cessna 152, which I would recommend. I learned a lot doing those, to be honest, so yeah, highly recommend those. Okay, so we've just hit our decel point, which is basically the aircraft is going to slow us down a bit now. I'm going to keep us going at some speed. Don't need to slow down quite this early. Making our way in now towards Abuzu. And on to FUNVOA. Do 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 do. Okay, so reach 5,000 feet. We need to go back to barometric pressure at sea level, and we should be on 102.2. There we go. Slightly higher pressure here than in Lisbon. Eric, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're well. I'll be having a fantastic week, and Happy New Year to you. Oh, excuse me. Can't stop yawning this evening. Passing by Porto Santo there on our left. I've got some clouds coming up, which is kind of blocking our view of Madeira at the moment, but again, not a huge issue. I'm going to actually just go back to a normal descent. So engines are back to idle power. We're having a little bit of a higher rate of descent. But nothing too drastic. Going into the clouds and should be fairly swiftly out the other side. We can see the peninsula there for Madeira sticking out. That's where the FUNVOA is located, somewhere along here. Yusufo, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're well. Hope you had a great new year. There's the airport just there on the end. And there's a little bit of a graphical glitch by the looks of things going on here with the sea kind of going up the sides, but what can you do? Alright, so I'm going to slow down this rate of descent now quite a lot. We are getting pretty low. I'm also going to slow down the aircraft a little bit. Oh, there's actually another aircraft down there. There's another player on IVAO, just over there. Looks like he's just taken off though. Yeah, he's just taken off. And there is another aircraft on the apron. Yeah, you can see him taking off there. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this altitude for a short while here. There we go. So then, here we go on to our final approach. Let's start slowing down. So I'll go flaps 1. About to fly directly over FUNchal IVAO A, which is, like I say, somewhere on here. So it's going to swing this arrow around. Recommended speed for this turn is 119 knots. So just going to descend a little bit more. There we go, as we fly directly over it. That's FUNchal just below us, and Makiko on our right as well. I guess that's here and here. Nice. It's pretty handy having someone who's local in the chat. Very cool indeed. Alright, so I'm going to have to get my focus face on here, guys, because this is going to be a tough approach, so I may not be able to respond to chat for a little while. So let's get configured. We're doing a good speed. I'm going to go flaps 2. And we can arm the spoilers. Everything else is good. We'll turn seatbelt signs on. And gear can go down as we get through the turn. So we want to start our turn when we get about 6 miles away from the VOR. So we're currently at 5 miles, so we're going to start our turn in 1 mile. Here's the airport right here. This is the runway, goes all the way down to down there.
1,000.
Okay then. Alright, so we're at 6 miles, and I'm going to make my turn in now towards the airport. Try and lose a little bit of altitude. Flight directors can come off as well whilst we're in the turn. Not too much altitude though. Those clouds up here shrouding the top of the hills. We'll see a bright light. I don't think those lights are actually modeled in this sim, unfortunately. So flaps 3. And gear down. Oh, I must have missed the light. Ah, okay. I must have completely missed those lights. Okay, so here we are on shorts final.
500. 500.
Just a little bit low here. A little bit high now.
400.
We are a little bit high. I think we're still going to be good though.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Okay, and we're down. Full reverses for this landing. A little bit off center line there, but that was a nice and smooth landing. I'm pretty happy with that. 61 feet per minute. That was pretty damn soft for a landing. And I'm just going to use this little turning point here to swing the aircraft round and taxi in. Beautiful. I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with that. I must have missed the light at Rosario though, Tose. I just couldn't see that light. And I've never seen it before actually when I've done this approach. Maybe you've got sharper eyes than me, but I just couldn't see the light. But thank you very much, Tose. Thank you. And everybody else in the chat, welcome. Welcome to Madeira. Very, very fun approach there. Absolutely love it. We'll put our flaps back up now that we're on the ground. We'll leave our lights on because we're still on the runway. We can start our APU as well. And we're going to taxi in. Let's just get some taxi instructions from the ground here. Seeing as though we don't have anyone on IVAO to help us. Going to A17. Right, let's see what gate that is. Oh, A17 is right at the end here. I actually wanted one up at the main terminal, so I'm just going to go up there. There's a few lumps and bumps in this taxiway here, which I think still needs to be resolved by Asobo. Free drinks, Alexander, of course. Free drinks for everybody. Happy New Year. This is the parking stand it wants me to park in. But I'm gonna go down here because we want a gate. This beautiful, beautiful location. Oh, I'm going to turn into this gate here. I realised a bit late there that I wanted this gate because there's ground services parked here, so. Give it a little bit of thrust to get around this turn here. And we can go ahead and turn these lights off. Oh, and I've stopped. Yo, Mehdi and Yusufo, thank you both for the follows. Welcome to the stream. Happy New Year. I can't move here. What's going on? I think it might be something to do with the bumpy ground. It's just messing us up a bit. Thank you very much for the follow there. Happy New Year to you. Apologies, I can't quite read that script. Okay then, so we'll start our APU. Oh no! Hit the lamppost. Oh well, we're going to ignore that. Because this yellow line, look at the yellow line, it goes all the way up to the lamppost, so that's clearly not right, but anyway. We're going to ignore that. We'll turn the engines off now. Okay. Continue. APU bleed is on. Seatbelt signs can now come off. And yeah, we'll just shut down the rest of the aircraft. And I think I'm going to call it there for today, guys. I think I'm going to leave it short and sweet for this one. Just because that was such an enjoyable flight. I don't want to like force it and just you know, do more than is needed. So yeah, let's fully shut down. We'll turn the APU off. Nav lights can come off. External power and batteries can come off as well, and that should shut down the rest of the aircraft. There we go. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was very enjoyable for me anyway. I thought that was a great approach, and I'm pretty happy with myself that I managed to nail it there. And other than that, you know, it's just been a... Whoa, what's happened? What's happened? Hang on. There we go. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's been a great stream overall. Lots of support from you guys in the chat, and yeah, just overall really, really great, and really, really enjoyed chatting to you all. Tose as well for the local information. He knew obviously the approach, and obviously from the island, so it's very nice to have that sort of insight. It's not a common occurrence. But yeah, thank you everybody for the follows today. Thank you everybody for the support, and anyone that's joined the stream today, anyone that's watching now as well that hasn't followed the stream, do go and hit the follow button if you've enjoyed the content today and you want to see more like this, just so you don't obviously miss out in the future. But yeah, like I say, thank you so much everybody for watching. Hope you guys once again have had a great new year. Happy New Year to everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye. Peace. See you later, Mariner. Bye, Tose. Take it easy, guys.